The next step in our mixing process is affecting our tracks. This is where we gently affect each track to give it a little bit more color and our song as a whole to make it just a little bit more vibrant. It's kind of like the icing on the cake, but even more subtle. It just adds a nice, clean, polished touch to your song. And it helps take it out of sounding like it was in your bedroom and more like it was in a studio. Now again, we're going to make this really simple to understand, so don't be alarmed. In GarageBand, you can affect tracks one of two ways. You can do it manually, or you can use some of their one-click presets and make it really easy. We're going to look at the presets first. To show you what I mean, we're going to start with the guitar track. I'm going to go ahead and solo it and then pan it up the middle just so you can hear it better. Now normally, I don't encourage you to mix things in solo because you want to hear it in the context of your song and make sure that it sounds better in the whole song and not just on that track. But for our purposes in this video, I'm going to go ahead and solo it so you can hear the clear difference in what the effect is doing to the guitar. So let's get started. After highlighting a track, I can go over to the library and search for all kinds of different presets. In this case, I'm playing an acoustic guitar, so I'm going to choose an acoustic guitar preset. Now, I'll click through a few presets, and I want you to listen to the difference that it makes. Some add a lot of reverb. Some add brightness to it. This one adds a chorusy twang effect, but I'm going to land on the natural stereo preset. I'm liking the way that sounds, so I'll bring it into context with my mix and give it a listen.
My first song in GarageBand, and I'm excited now. This is my first song in GarageBand, and I'm excited.
After listening a bit, I actually like the natural strum in the context of my mix a bit better. So let's move on to vocals now. I'm going to solo the track again for our purposes and try a few presets.
This is my first song in GarageBand, and I'm excited now. This is my first song.
Again, some add a lot of reverb.
And I'm excited.
Some do a lot of compression on the vocal.
This is my first song in GarageBand.
Some are more dramatic than others.
And I'm excited now. This is my first.
You can even do crazy experimental presets. I don't sound too bad as a chipmunk.
In GarageBand. And I'm excited.
But I think after
now.
listening, I'm going to try the
first
tracking vocal
song
preset.
in GarageBand.
While I'm at it, I'll go ahead and affect my background track with the same preset.
In GarageBand.
Now you don't have to use the same preset. Sometimes it's nice to have something more dramatic as a background vocal, but I'm just going to stick with the same one for now.
GarageBand. And I'm excited now.
Alright, I'm liking it. It's adding some subtle color to my mix. If you're an experienced mixer and you want to shape your own sound, you have all the tools you need to do it. Simply highlight your track and click on the Smart tool. This will bring up your mix window where you have the power to shape your sound any way you want to. You can adjust standard controls like compression and reverb using the knobs, and you have access to multi-band EQ. More than that, you have a plugins menu where you can adjust the order of your plugins within your signal chain, where you can add plugins to that signal chain, and you can click on a specific plugin and adjust its parameters. I show you this because many people are unaware of the mixing capabilities that GarageBand has. They assume you have to buy a several $100 program like Logic or Pro Tools to get a great mix, and that's just not the case. Now, for those of you who were completely intimidated by the last 60 seconds, don't be afraid. I'm just showing what's available in GarageBand. Go back to those one-click presets, find something that works for your song, and it will sound great. The last thing we'll talk about in this video is affecting your MIDI tracks. You can adjust the parameters of your MIDI tracks just like you can any audio track by clicking on the Smart tool. Here you can adjust specific parameters of your highlighted instrument. Now, MIDI instruments do come pre-affected and they already sound great, so there's no real reason to change them unless you're going for a dramatic effect on a specific instrument. So now that we've affected our tracks, let's take a listen to the before and after and see what we've done.
This is my first song in GarageBand, and I'm excited now. This is my first song in GarageBand, and I'm excited now.
Now again, these aren't life-changing adjustments that we're making, but that's mixing. It's lots of little moves that add up to become one big move in the end.